Yo, what's good, y'all? Let me see. Today it is Saturday. It is May 6th. It's May 6th right now, day after Cinco de Mayo. Shout out to everybody who turned up for Cinco de Mayo. I am your host. This is Kris Prince. Welcome to my podcast. Now, I would name my podcast because my podcast was called the Chirac Podcast, but there's another podcast called the Chirac Stories Podcast. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little conflicted because I don't know if I should keep the name that I have at this point. Like, I think I should change my name or change the name of the podcast. So I'm working on that right now, mentally trying to see what I could do. But yeah, it's Saturday night right now. Um, let's see. First things first. What should I start off with? Guardians of the Galaxy. Hey, look, I seen Guardians of the Galaxy yesterday, and let me tell y'all, 10 out of 10, great trilogy. I'm not sure if that's the end of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. I'm not too sure. I don't know, but I do know if that is the end of it. I think that's a great trilogy. It's a great way to end it. Amazing way. I'm not gonna lie, I cried. I was watching it. It had a lot of funny moments. I think it brought you back into the world after Guardians of the Galaxy 2. It introduced all the characters perfectly. I love the camera angles. Adam Warlock was a beast. I love him. Um, there's a few disconnecting moments in the movie, but I'm not trying to spoil nothing. By the time any of you guys probably watch this, you probably will have seen it, or you're going to see it, or you plan on seeing it, or you plan on maybe not seeing it. But for me personally, I think James Gunn really did his thing with this movie. At the end, I was like grabbing, like restraining myself from crying. Like when them tears came, I couldn't even control it. I couldn't control it, man. It's just such a great movie, man. The message, the life messages you could take from that. Just if you're a hardcore fan, what you could take from it. If you kept up with the movies since Avengers Endgame, and that whole Thanos wave, like it really touches on a lot of different things. Me personally, I'm a big fan of Rocket Raccoon and Groot. Those are my two favorite. One of my top, probably my top five Marvel characters that I love is all time. Definitely, I don't know why. I just couldn't gravitate towards Groot and Rocket Raccoon. I just love them. Um, so yeah, I'm not gonna say nothing else about the movie until maybe the next podcast. Uh, more updates on the podcast. So as you see, this is the second episode. I haven't dropped this podcast in a year. So we'll talk about the elephant in the room on that. I'm gonna be honest. I had it all planned out in my head. I was gonna shoot a specific episode with this girl that I was like dating at the time, or talking to at the same time, but it ended up not working out, and it kind of, I ain't gonna lie, kind of discouraged me. Plus, I don't know what else I was dealing with, but I think I was just busy. I had other stuff going on at the time during that time of the year. I was trying to get money so I can keep paying my rent, so I can keep living in this place that y'all see me in now. It was just I have an issue with consistency. I have a really big issue with that. Like, I can be super strong and consistent, and then out of nowhere I can just go from being consistent to like just going completely dry, stop uploading, stop posting type shit. And that's one of my biggest problems, and I'm trying to work on that for the rest of my life. It's really hard because I'm kind of not saying I'm set in my ways, but I get comfortable, man. Like, I'll be cool, I'll be chilling, and I'll be like, man, I don't want to do this. I don't feel like doing this. I don't feel like getting up and doing this. I'd rather do this. Like, I'm just very comfortable with myself, and I mean, I have no reason to be comfortable for a thousand reasons, but it's just that's the truth. Um, and then so much time ended up going by, and I got so busy, I just stopped. I should have got back to being consistent with it, which I'm personally mad at myself because it's a goal of mine. But yeah, that's why you haven't seen no more episodes of this at all. And a year is like really no excuse. So even though I'm saying all of this stuff, to tell the truth, there's really no excuse as to why I couldn't have kept this going. And I'm kind of mad at myself that I didn't when I was so motivated at first. So I'm back again. Hopefully, Laura willing, there's multiple episodes after this. But if you continue to watch and if you stay tuned with these episodes, I guarantee you'll like it. You'll like what you're getting out of it. If you tune in now. So I do apologize about that, and I apologize to myself because we back on it. All right. Let's see. Guardians of the Galaxy. This is episode 2. Cinco de Mayo was yesterday. Me, I didn't do anything. I stayed in the house. I went out to grab food, grab dinner for the night, and I went inside the house. Um, I can't afford to drink right now. I don't have the money to go out and go buy bottles and or just entertain myself as such. Even though there's things I could have done, but ultimately, I felt comfortable. I was in a crib. I was doing stuff, finishing these video games. I got to clean my own crib, but there's a whole lot of stuff in my crib. I kind of want to get ready to prep for the summer. Um, so it's just about I'm gonna tell you now. I'm 33 years old. At 33, time flies like this. Like literally everything you do matters. Like if I can tell y'all anything, at you really want to cement yourself. If you're younger than your 30s, not saying cement yourself. Okay, I'm saying basically what I'm saying is you really want to prepare yourself for your 30s if you're younger than your 30s because time is not the same. I mean, everybody is experiencing life at their own world and pace and all those things, but time really flies at 33 years old. If my sleep schedule is off, it could fuck up a whole lot of things for me in the whole day. And like, it's really important for you to make sure you're preparing yourself to enjoy your 30s, and your 30s is you're not suffering in your 30s because I'm currently suffering in my 30s because of just bad decisions I made and just not really building myself up properly when I had the chance and opportunity when I was younger. I did a lot of things for myself that were good and great for the resume, but as far as like my career, like putting myself in a financial space where I'm not struggling or life shouldn't be as hard as it is in my 30s because I didn't put enough energy into my dreams and consistency and fearless risk or chances, whatever. So just do whatever you got to do for your life to make your life better, because you don't want to be suffering and struggling, man. Um, so yesterday, like I said, Cinco de Mayo, I didn't celebrate it personally. Seen a lot of people that were, and I also see on like the internet, a lot of people are like saying like, um, black people really shouldn't be celebrating Cinco de Mayo like that because you're not Hispanic, or not even that. Why do black people celebrate Cinco de Mayo so strongly when it's not even their holiday? So I noticed that is kind of like spilling over into other people's minds and opinions and like think pieces, or when they talk about it. There's two sides. There's people that celebrate and people that don't. Me personally, I think there's nothing wrong with celebrating any holiday. If it's a national holiday and if you're living in America or wherever you live, if it's a national holiday, I feel like you should celebrate it. Unless it's something that your elite beliefs don't align with, or your customs and traditions don't align with. But I feel like Cinco de Mayo just don't seem like one of them days where nobody should celebrate. I think it's great if you have love for the Hispanic community, the culture, the people. Um, why not celebrate with them? They gonna turn up. I'm a big fan of celebrating, but I just didn't want to. Too much time went by. My sleep schedule is so fucked up, bro. Like I keep falling asleep at like 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, and then I wake up the day over with. So that's another thing. Work on your sleep schedules. Your sleep schedules are so important. If you're not living a lifestyle where you have a certain discipline, or like for example, like I watching NBA games. NBA players got to be up at a certain time. They got to do this. They got to do that. People got to go to work, but it's very important to make sure you manage your sleep schedules because your sleep schedules can throw your whole day off type shit. Um, let's see. This is yesterday was the anniversary, the 1 year anniversary of Kevin Samuels passing. Rest in peace to a real, true goat. A black man passed and left. Now this one is a very touchy subject because I'm gonna keep it real. Like there's so it's like a clash. It's a very clashy subject. It's easy to get into conversation and like people have strong opinions when it comes to Kevin Samuels. Me personally, I'm a big fan of him. I'm always gonna be a big fan of him. I love him. I appreciate his contribution to him chasing his own particular dream and how he was, embraced into the world on a high level, a very famous level, very popular level. Whether people hated him or not, he still made a name for himself. He still had a legacy. He still did what he had to do and created something that we all gonna remember him by. You know, I don't really know his kids. I know he had a child or something like that or divorce. I don't really know, but all I know is just people. A lot of people do not like him. A lot of people love him. A lot of people do not like him. The people that don't like him have a very strong impact, or just they have a light shined on them when they hate Kevin Samuels. A lot of people who don't agree with him. Me personally, I do believe he did speak a little too harshly sometimes. Not all the time. Sometimes, like sometimes his delivery was not always the best. Um, but I understood his message. I understood his intentions. I understood what he was trying to accomplish. Um, and I think what he did was he started a fire that needed to be started. Like he excuse me, he lit the conversation up. He made everything that we're talking about today in the red pills, the manospheres, the gender wars, the conversation amongst men and women relationships. Like he started that fire. Like a lot of people were already doing it, but not as strongly as he did it. Like he did it just direct, straight up. He confronted people. He called people. He told people the truth about themselves in a way that most people in our society are not used to hearing. Even me, I actually went on his show. Like fun fact about me, like I still remember it to this day. I think it was like 2021, maybe 2020. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go back to his old live stream and see if I can find that one stream that I was in. But I called into his stream one time and I got destroyed. I got destroyed because y'all know how his chat was. His chat, his community, his members, they didn't hold back on anything they thought or felt. And uh, I actually appreciated when I went on the show because that's when I found out that I was a simp, that I was a beta, that I was not the man that I'm supposed to be in relationships. I had no idea that I was a weak man when it came to dating women, like being a leader, managing my relationships. I had no idea. I thought I was doing everything right. I thought I was moving right in relationships, but in reality, I was moving completely wrong. And I got attacked, judged. I mean, I'm not against being judged. I don't like being judged, but I'm not against criticism. I'm not against people speaking how they feel, if whether they making fun of me or whatever, because I'm man enough to or human enough to take that type of criticism. So um Kevin Samuels really was trying to better this world, especially in the black community, because I'm gonna tell you the truth. Sometimes living in America as a black man, I feel like I'm only good for getting women pregnant, having a bunch of baby mamas. Yeah, I'm tired of the whole, just the whole broken home cycle, single mother. I'm tired of that. As a black man, I hate seeing it. I get sick of seeing it because um I keep saying I got to work on that. As a black man, I get tired of that because it makes it seems like that is the standard living in my country. Like that is the only thing available to me. Like if I date a black woman, I'm gonna be exited. I'm gonna be xed out of the relationship. I'm gonna be xed out of the family. If I have kids with a black woman, she's gonna do everything she can to make sure I don't see my kids. Like I'm tired of that cycle, and I'm really trying my best not to get involved in it. But it's just all in your face. It's just I feel like my country supports broken homes, single mothers, and especially in the black community. I can't speak for all the other races and what other people are going in their homes and things of that nature, but I just know it's a really big problem in the black community, and I see it every day. I see it play out with my siblings, with my friends, with my homies, with their family and parents and their family dynamics. But I just know that I don't. I really want to do everything I can to prevent that cycle from happening in my life, my personal world. I'm not trying to be nobody's baby daddy, but I ain't gonna lie, the world made me feel like shit. Everybody else doing it, why can't I do it? I might as well start doing that shit because I feel like I'm suffering trying to have a life where I'm not having kids out of wedlock. I'm actually getting married. I'm trying to work things out and just date black women, like all of that stuff. Like starting to feel like it's not even worth me doing it. Um, Once again, like I said, rest in peace, Kevin Samuels, man. I'm thankful that he came at the time that he came. I'm glad that he called women out because that's really all it is. Like he was just women like to be praised 24/7. Like they don't care how they look, don't matter. And he was just a man that called women out because most women like to be praised, and women don't like that. They don't like a man telling them that they average or that they're crazy for thinking how they're thinking. Like society, humans learn from how they're treated in society. They take that and they run with it. You'll never catch human beings in a space where they don't embrace how they're treated amongst man and woman, relationship status to status. Like they pay attention to everything, and women know like they're kind they're constantly praised because of their gender, because of who they are, and we don't hold them accountable enough, which is why accountability is such a strong word today as of right now, because a lot of people are calling that shit out now. Now it's normal. Now everybody's talking about accountability. Everybody calling people out for that shit. But now it's just different now. And I really wish Kevin. I don't know what Kevin Samuels is doing, but I really felt like he should have had more a backup just in case he did pass away. Somebody to take the throne. Somebody to pick up his work. And I think he didn't do that. I don't think he was thinking about that. I don't think he even saw his death coming. I don't know. Well, maybe sometimes you do, because I'm gonna tell you the truth. Right now, with me, I'm having real deal heart issues. Like I'm having real heart problems right now, and I'm 33 years old. I'm kind of nervous for the future of my life because I'm not sure if I'm gonna be here within the next 5 years. And I'm not trying to speak life or death, but I'm just telling you, like your body knows what's wrong with you, and sometimes my body be talking to me. So I think I have the ability to change that to where I don't leave this earth no time soon because I want to be here. I still want to have a family. I still want to have grandkids. I still want to, live that have a wife, all of those things. But like, my health is not at its best. I've been eating terrible for years. I'm in a place now where stuck in my ways when it comes to how I eat, and I'm trying to get better at it, but it's harder than it is to do. So I know they said something about Kevin Samuels drinking too many Red Bulls and things of that nature. So I can imagine what it's like being 50. And that's another thing too. Like a lot of people misconstrue age, like, and how we're dying. Like a lot of, like, if you really look at the timeline of our age deaths, the time span, like people aren't, a lot of everybody ain't making it to 75 years old. People are dying at 50, 30, in their 30s, their 20s, 16s. Like there's like, we're not reaching like the Bible days, 1,000 years. Because back in the biblical times, them motherfuckers lived to 1,000, hundreds. Like it's in the Bible. Like they live for thousands of years. Our lifespan ain't even. If you touch 100, bro, that's a milestone in our current lifespan of human society. Like we're dying fast, age wise. Like there's not. I don't know. I know what I'm trying to say, but it's hard to say it because I'm on camera doing this. But like all I'm saying is like we're not. Everybody's not living to be 100. So even healthy, all these things is so important, even more important now because life is so short. Life is so short. Um, so I love Campus Samuels. I just kind of wish he would have set his prepared for his death a little bit sooner, or had even before that. I really felt like he didn't have people, like a team. You know what I mean? Like he had his the CIA. He had his member fan society, but he didn't have like a core group of people he knew in real life that could pick his legacy up and continue his work. I think he tried to do it all by himself, and he was doing it all on his own. He was still building himself up, which is cool, and that's great with people who stream and do live things like that or that type of content. But I think it's important for streamers, all streamers, gamers, anybody that's popular on the streaming side, to have those things set up just in case something happens to you one day. Not saying that you want something to happen to you, but if you was, who's gonna pick up where you left off? Who's gonna take what you got going on and continue it? So I saw that when he was alive. I used to always think that, like, man, I used to want to reach out to him and tell him, like, hey, can I help you out with anything? Do you need me? Like, because I really would have did anything for that man. Like, I would have had his back. I would have did so if he needed that. But I was just afraid because he was so big and famous. It was like I just never reached out. Now I'm kind of, it's too late now. So shout out to Kevin Samuels. Shout out to his family. Um, Stop the hate because he didn't deserve it. Let's see. All right, let's talk about the NBA. All right, right now as we speak, I literally behind me. There's a TV. The Lakers and the Golden State Warriors are playing right now. It's third quarter, 4 minutes in the game. Golden State is down. I think I want to say 17. Is it 17 they're down by? Yeah, I think they're down 17. Um, they're getting destroyed right now. Is it 17 or 15? No, it's 14. I don't know. They're down 15. 61-76. They're down 15. Um, I really think the Lakers are going to beat the Warriors. And I can't believe I'm saying that. Not like earlier, I was looking at this like, I'm a big Golden State Warriors fan. I'm also a Lakers fan, but I'm also a really big Golden State Warriors fan. And I think, you can get stuck in those years when they was winning championships back to back, or just getting, you just think about them as the championship team. Oh shit. Look at LeBron. LeBron just jumped out of the court. Let's go, LeBron. But anyway, so the way it's looking, the Lakers are looking really good, bro. Like D'Lo, the best thing they did was add D'Angelo Russell. Man, he is a dog, bro. Like his offense efficiency, like the way they're scoring. AD is healthy. AD is getting great defenses. Like when he's hot, he's hot. D'Lo's hot, he's hot. Austin Reeves, like they got a squad, bro. They got a squad. Dennis Schroeder, like it's crazy. Like I can see the Lakers beating the Warriors. Now the Warriors they can beat them. I just think when the Warriors are cold, they cold. But when they hot, they hot. They unstoppable. What? The Lakers. I was going for Golden State, but I'm not gonna lie. Game three, it's got me looking like the Lakers might take this. They might take this for real. Um, right now it's 1-1. After this game, we gonna know if it's gonna be. It looks like it's gonna be 2-1 going the Lakers' way. Let's see. The Heat and the Knicks. The Heat is up two, or it's 2-1 right now for the Heat. I'm going for the Heat, even though I do like this New York Knicks team, and I understand how passionate New York Knicks fans are. So when I see this, it's like, damn, bro, like the Knicks fans are eating right now. I know they happy right now. I know it's lit in New York right now, especially for Knicks fans, and they deserve it. They got a good team that can really go far. So, but Jimmy, Jimmy buckets, Mister Him himself, man. Jimmy also. I'm from Chicago. I'm sorry, by the way. I'm from Chicago. So I'm a big Bulls fan, and Jimmy Butler, he's played for us first. So I'm always got that pride. And here's a funny story. Here's a cool story. Not even funny story. Here's a cool story. I used to work at O'Hare in 2012 for this company called AirServe, where I used to help older people get on the escort them and sit them in their seats, and I used to also escort minors to like the what is the room? There's a room where you have to take them. They get their food, they sit there, wait, and then you take them to their flight. I used to do that in like 2012, and I ran into Jimmy Butler when he was a rookie playing for the Chicago Bulls. He was just walking around. He just had his head down. I think he was with his mom, I think he was with his mom, but I just know like I might be wrong, but it was with a lady, but I just remember it. I never forget the memory because I was like, damn, that's Jimmy Butler. But I'm the type of person when I see celebrities, I don't like chase after them. Oh, Bronny, Mr. USC is at the game. I see he got Bronny at every game type shit. Um, but yeah, that's the cool story. I something I keep as a personal memory to myself. But I'm not like if I ran into like if you put me in a group room full of celebrities, I'm not gonna be like, oh my gosh, Steph, oh my god, I love you. I might do that with Drake. I might do it with Drake. Maybe I might even do that with Kai Cenat because I fuck with Kai heavy. But for the most part, I'm not. I don't know how to conduct myself around celebrities, so I don't act like anything. Like if I see them, I'm most likely if they're not in my direct way to speak, like if I don't see an opportunity to like speak to them, I'm gonna just walk past them or just kind of like bye. But um, most of the time when I see celebrities, I don't react at all. I just see them be like, oh, that's what's in there, and then keep it moving, which is kind of bad because I feel like I should speak up more or learn how to stop being so humble or scared or whatever the case is. Just do what you got to do. All right. All right, 76ers versus the Celtics. Hold on, let me put my. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. Let me add my dig. All right, we're gonna take a second before I continue. If you guys can, if you anybody who's watching this, if you can, please follow me on my Instagram, which is Chris Prince, which is right there. Um, let me see. Which is right there. Follow me right there. You feel me? I haven't posted nothing yet. Got like one picture up there, but like I'm about to start posting a little bit more professional soon. As soon as I can get all this personal shit in my life taken care of, I'll get back to posting heavy on there. But if you can't follow me on Instagram, tell me you came here, you watched the podcast episode. All right, let's continue. The Nuggets versus is no, it's the 76ers versus the Celtics. All right, for this one, I'm going the Celtics because I am a fan of Jason Tatum. I do like the Celtics squad. I think they have a very, very, very strong team. One of the strongest teams in the East. And I think they're a very unstoppable team. Like you just can't fuck with them. Jalen Brown, Marcus Smart, Al Horford, and his bag. Like I feel like I'm missing somebody, but y'all know what I mean? Like, I think the Celtics gonna take that, even though James Harden is getting in his bag right now, doing his thing, which I expect from him. But I think they can't stop the Celtics. They got too many weapons. Um, Nuggets versus the Suns. Right now, the Nuggets is up 2-1. Oh, and the 76ers and the Celtics. Is it the Celtics up two? Yeah, the Celtics is up two. I already said my piece on that. But the Nuggets versus Suns, I want the Suns to advance just because I'm a fan of KD and Chris Paul and who an indie book. I'm a fan of them. I like their team. They're a popular team. The Nuggets, I'm not gonna say they're not popular, but they're not the most popular team. But they're doing a fucking thing this year. They're going crazy, and right now they up. So I'm going for the Suns. My finals predictions. I want to see. I like to see the Warriors versus Boston. I like to see them two go at it because they played. Was it last year? Wasn't it Celtics versus Warriors last year? I think so. Let me see. 2022 NBA Finals. Yeah. It was the Celtics and Warriors. I think I want to see that shit again. I like to see a round two, even though I feel like they couldn't handle it. The Celtics couldn't handle the Warriors. Um, I like to see them try this time because it looks like they're even more polished, and they can. I think they got a better chance this year, or to just try again. You lost last season. You lost. You do it again. So I would like to see them. Uh, in an alternate universe, I would like to see the Lakers versus the Heat in the finals. If we gonna go about it like that, I'd love to see the Lakers versus the Heat. But that's in another universe. But for right now, I'm going Warriors, Celtics for the finals. Let's see. Let's talk about video games. Right now, my favorite game right now is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Right now, I'm addicted to that game. I play every single mode, ranked, multiplayer, DMZ, Warzone. Oh my God, I got to tell you about my World Series of Warzone experience. All right, so I did the World Series of Warzone. I signed up, had a team. Well, I tried to sign up with the homies, like my real good homies that I know that I actually play with on a day to day basis, but they couldn't sign up. So I got a little panicky, and then I didn't know how the registration really worked. If I would have known that it was going to the registration would last all weekend like it did, I would have I would have like kind of been more patient. But because I tried to like hurry up and get it done, I jumped in a team with two other people that I don't know, because they had that option available where if you joined the Discord for the World Series of Warzone, if you needed a trio, you could find a trio. So it was like everybody was last minute trying to find teams and add people. Hey, I need one. Hey, I need two. Hey, I'm trying to start a team. Anybody need one? Blah blah. Blah, blah. Like it was fun. So I got up with these two guys. Shout out to Jinx. Shout out to Dr. Dak. I got up with them too, and for me, I'm not gonna lie, the experience. We were handling business, but the Dr. Dat kid was like he was. It was a lot playing along next to him. Like when I played with him, he's very good. The kid can get 17 kills. He's well. Hold on, let me get to that part of the story. All right, so what ended up happening was I'm not gonna lie. That for our first day of actually like playing the matchups, it was cool, but it was like I was like in my head, I'm like, man, I think I'm gonna abandon this team because I can't play with these guys. Because they both are cool with each other. It seemed like, but when it was me, they was being too controlling. They was talking to me crazy, the Doctor That guy, and I was just like, bro, what the? I want to cuss, bro. What the hell? What the fuck? Like, what am I doing? Why am I playing with these people who don't even have respect for me? But I'm over here trying to show them, like, yo, I got everything needed. I'm here for y'all. Whatever y'all got, I'm gonna join y'all team. And it was very, very, very hard to deal with. Um, so the kid was talking to me crazy. You could tell he was young, but it was like this is where the story's gonna get crazy. Like I was just in my head. I'm like checking him because every time he said something to me, I'm like, bro, I ain't no bitch, bro. Watch who you talking to. Like, I'm not for you ain't for to be talking to me any type of way just because I'm joining your team. So that it made me not want to listen to them no more, or just made me want to disband, abandon for myself from the team. And I couldn't see myself doing it. But then I thought it was too late to register with the homies. But come to find out, there was still 2 more days to do so. So the next day, I was like, all the homies was hitting me up, "Hey, bro, when the tournament started?" But I felt because I was already a part of this team that I should stay with this team and lock in with them since we already didn't play a full day's matches that counted towards points. So I was just like, all right, I'll stay with these guys even though I don't want to. Fuck it, we already locked in. It's only for like you know the weekend, but if we win, but we was doing good. We weren't doing the best. We weren't getting. I think we got like one Warzone victory, but we was doing good as far as the limbs and just just the flow of the matches was pretty good. Um, so I felt confident on that end, which is another reason I kind of wanted to stay with these guys because they play like they know what they were doing. But for the most part, it was just like it was a lot of disrespectful like comments being made. They was treating me like I was the odd man out, and it made me start to think paranoid. Like I used to think I was starting to think like, man, you know what? If we win all this money, they probably ain't even gonna pay me. They gonna try to take the money for themselves, type shit. So it's just, I just started getting more paranoid, and the more disrespect that Doctor that kid was giving me, the more I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna block both of these guys and just move forward because I'm not gonna be sitting around um, maintaining well, playing for a team full of people that has no respect for me, and sometimes these people they get on these games, they're comfortable at home. They think they because they can get 5+ kills a game, they think they're better than everybody. That they talk to everybody any type of way, and sometimes you got to check people to just have dignity and walk away with self respect. Um, so come to find out the next day, I blocked Jinx. I blocked Jinx first. I was gonna block Doctor Dak, but then I think I went to sleep or some shit, and I forgot to do it. So the next day, I was just like, you know what? Let me try to work with these guys. Because, when you play with somebody, that first time it could be tough. But then after a while, it can kind of balance out. Y'all kind of cool off. Everybody kind of chill. It's very exciting. You're playing for money. So, everybody's probably, real jittery and antsy on the first day. So I was just like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm going to be the bigger person. I'm going to play with these guys. I'm going to work this out. I'm going to do it. Jinx blocked me and he blocked Dr. Dak. So Dr. Dak hit me. He was like, "Hey, bro, I can't talk to him. Can you reach out to him?" So I tried to talk to him. That's when I found out Jinx had blocked me, but I had already blocked Jinx. So it was like it's understandable that Jinx decided to block me. And then come to find out, Dr. Dak was 17 years old. Now in the World Series of Warzone, everybody has to be 18 and up. So basically, everything that happened was just a complete waste of time. But here's what made it crazy. So the second day you had from like I think it was like 12 to 5 to play games with your trios team. It was like 2 o'clock. Time was going by. I'm like, damn, ain't nobody saying nothing. Ain't nobody send me a message. Ain't nobody trying to like play. I ain't hear nothing from neither one of them. Then finally, Dr. Dak hit me up like 3 hours in. But by the time he hit me, we only had like 2 hours to actually play real official matches. And then that's when I found out I was blocked by Jinx. And then I was like, damn, well, I blocked him. So shit, I ain't mad that he blocked me. I can't be mad at him. I started it. I started all the chaos through my actions. So then when I found out Dr. Dak was 17, I'm like, bro, we can't play with you. There's nothing we can do. And this kid, Dr. Dak, was like blowing up his Jinx. Man, bro, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know about the age limit. And it's like, it's not really his fault because I'm not gonna lie. Well, it is. It's everybody's fault. It ain't really Call of Duty's fault because I'm gonna tell you the truth. Sometimes you just gotta read. And a lot of times we don't. We want to play these games. We agree to terms. We do a bunch of shit where we don't read. And then in the rules, it says they have to be 18 or older. But at the same time, ain't nobody thinking like, oh, well, somebody 17 or younger is going to join and we're not going to know. Nobody told us. And then it's like you ain't thinking to check because it was so last minute. It was like I would have played with anybody at that last minute trying to register for a team. So it was a bunch of miscommunication, a lot of stuff that was going around. But basically, I couldn't even be by the time we figured everything out and the team was disbanded by Jinx. I realized like it's too late to even play with the homies now because now the homies looking at me weird because they looking at me like, bro, you told us about this tournament and you the one reached out to us and now you ditched us for these two random dudes that you don't even know and now look at y'all can't even play. So I played myself. Basically the Dr. Dat kid, I believe he knew what he was doing, and even if he didn't know what he was doing, it was just like a complete waste of time. Imagine a 17-year-old disrespecting you. I'm 33. I'm playing with a 17-year-old kid who has no respect, saying whatever out of his mouth, and basically just wasted the time. I was excited to do this Warzone series tournament, and just because this kid makes a mistake, because these kids don't know how to talk to people, and I ain't gonna lie, sometimes the homies don't move with a sense of urgency, but at the same time, it's up to me to be the leader of that. So it's really on me. Everything is my fault. I blame myself because I'm the one who made all the decisions in haste. All right, so Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is coming out literally 6 days from today. It's coming out next week. Y'all, I am so excited, bro. Like, y'all just don't know how excited I am, man. Because right now, I'm gonna get the game. I don't care. I'm gonna get it. It's for the Switch. I can't wait to lock in with that game. I need to update my Switch. There's a lot of stuff I need to do with my Switch because I then need to clean it up because I played last time I played it was Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So it's gonna be a big day next week. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be so exciting. And a Lil Durk album is dropping. Uh, that's gonna be exciting too. So at the same day, so I'm really excited for that. I had the time of my life when I played Breath of the Wild. I think I was homeless. I think I was living in my car when Breath of the Wild was out. If I remember correctly, it got me through that. Breath of the Wild got me through that shit. I think it was Breath of the. I think so. I think so. I think so. I think so. Um, Let me see. Star Wars Jedi Survivor is out right now. It's doing amazing. It's getting great reception from everybody. A lot of people are playing the game right now as we speak, all over the world. Me personally, I'm not going to be playing it because I'm putting the money towards Tears of the Kingdom, because it was either get Jedi Survivor or get Breath of the. I keep saying Breath of the Wild. Or get Tears of the Kingdom, the new Zelda. So I'm gonna put my energy into that instead of Jedi Survivor because I believe that Jedi Survivor is gonna take time, and I don't want to be juggling between those two games. Um, I really want to just play Call of Duty, play that, lock in with that, and then when I'm playing my Switch, I want to play Tears of the Kingdom. I do want to stream the gameplay. I might do it. I'm thinking about streaming it for the first time and being consistent, even though I do make music on my page. I do like posting a little bit of everything. I don't want to just post just my music, or until I drop my new music. Um, I keep saying I gotta work on that. Let's see updates on me. All right, so if you've made it this far into the podcast, I'm gonna tell you about my life right now, and this is only for the if you've gotten this far. If you care anything about me as an individual, you follow me, support me, friends with me, whatever, family. This is where I'm at right now. I'm on the grounds of being evicted. Um, I over $5,000 in back rent. I also owe on my utilities, hundreds in that, and the four like three, 400s. Uh, and right now I have eviction court on the 12th, I think. If I'm correct, I think it's on the 12th. And this is the trial part. I'm in trial right now, so basically this is gonna be all right. What are you doing? Are you gonna move out, or are you gonna stay and pay the rent in full? I can't pay the rent in full. I don't have no money. I'm broke right now. Um, I have a little bit of money here and there type of shit, but it's not nothing. Basically, whatever money I'm getting right now is not enough to pay $5,000 of rent, back rent in full, plus current rent coming up. You know, I didn't pay this month rent either. Um, and I've been going through this court process since I think November, December. Um, it started. I was already behind. I was like a month or like two behind, but what really triggered it was my ex. I asked my ex, can she help me catch up on my rent for 1 month? She agreed to it. She gave me the money, and then we got into it basically over something. I think I was talking to another girl. I was cheating. Um, and she, I paid for the rent off of her card, and I just put her card information in there, gave her the card back because I was humble at the time. Like I was just thankful that she was able to help me catch back up on my rent. And we got into it. It was I think it was over. I was talking to her, texting some women, or just like basically cheating. And she called and disputed the money that went to the rent. So everybody who pays bills and pays rent knows how serious the situation is. Like imagine you paying 650 for rent because that's how much I owe 650 a month for rent, and then you send the money in, and then the person just calls and takes the money back. It looks like deception. On me, it looks really bad. It looks like I basically scammed them. I sent the money and then took it back. I didn't do that. I wouldn't do that, and my ex didn't understand at the time how serious the situation was. And I think, matter of fact, no, she did understand, but emotional women gonna do spiteful shit, and that was a very spiteful move. And because of that situation happening, they cut off me being able to pay my rent through online. So I no longer can pay with a card anymore, all because she pulled that situation. So y'all know how convenient it is to pay for things online. Your phone bill, electric bill, rent, whatever bills you owe, you know how convenient it is just to do that. When you can't do that and you can't pay with card anymore, you got to get a money order. You got to take all that in. You got to go to the office. It's like a lot of stuff you got to do. Um, and by the time, at the time, I lost my job at United Airlines, and that was my bread and butter job. That was a job that every paycheck covers rent. You know what I mean? Like if I pay 650 for rent every month. Um, I'm getting like 700 plus, maybe even 900. Like I'm getting money to pay my rent. Then I lost that job because I was late and got fired. Started my ex put me on to working at Olive Garden. Got fired from there. Sexual harassment because I was texting this girl sexually. Which is a story within its own. So if you're watching this and you need backup information, I'll save that. And, I'll talk about that further in the future. Got fired from there. Um, I was working at AMC as a side job, but they weren't paying me well enough, and I just didn't like how business was being ran in there. They were basically writing me up for every little thing. It was very, very, very immature stuff going on emotionally, mentally. It was just a lot of issues going on in that building regarding me working with the company. And I ended up just leaving the company because it was hurting my heart too much to go up and be in that building every day. Um, Being there at all times of the night. And the way the bus system works in Chicago, they sometimes them Chicago buses do not show up. They will sit there if they're scheduled to show up in 5 minutes. They won't show up in 5 minutes. They'll sit there and then you'll look down the street. They'll just be sitting right there. Like they don't want to show up. They don't want to be there. It's like they don't care. So sometimes when I used to get off work, I would have no choice but to call a $20, $30 Uber, which was money sometimes I didn't even have. Um, so I was in a very tough situation because I was super highly stressed about that because now I was set back on that situation. It makes you look really bad, basically, because you have to go to the currency exchange. You have to fill out this paper, whip amount paper. You got to write the amount. It's got to be cash only. It's just a bad look. And then my ex, me and her was going through it heavy. I mean, really bad. My ex, basically, I feel like she turned on me, bro. Like she turned on me, and I'm not saying this to sound like a victim. I'm saying like all the stuff that was happening at the same time in my life that was making things just piles and piles worse on me. Um, Me and my ex was getting into it. It was really bad. And she was basically saying like I'm a grown ass man. She shouldn't be paying any of my rent. Whoa, whoa, I should be taking care of that shit myself at my age. And it was just like at the time I really needed my ex. I didn't want to go to nobody else. I'm tired. I've been to my family before. I've asked siblings for money before, and they act like really, oh man, you got to pay me back here, there, and they be trying to bully me to pay them back. And it's like I don't want to keep having to go to people. Y'all know how it is when you have to go ask people for help and how people treat you when you ask them to borrow money and stuff like that. So at the time, I was dating my ex extremely heavy, and she was the one I knew she had. Not even that I knew she had money. If she had the money available, I need your help, and she agreed to helping me. So I end up fast forward. I worked for Olive Garden. I was getting paid pretty decent, but it was just the inconvenience. I had to get up every time. Every time I got off work, I had to go straight to get on the bus, take it to the currency exchange, pay the money, and then after a while, I just wasn't making enough money. Like, because it went from like owing $2,000, then it went from $3,000, $4,000. Now it's like I'm not making the money. It's not. I'm not enough. Not. I'm not have. I don't have enough money coming in to pay this shit off consistently, and eventually they stopped allowing me to go to the currency exchange. Like now I can't go to the currency exchange to pay it. They blocked that too. So they basically the leasing department, they just want this property back. They want me to move out. They'll clear everything. They'll clear the eviction if I move out or if I stay. All I gotta do is pay, but I gotta pay in full. I don't have the money, so right now as we speak, I don't know what to do. But this is what I've been doing to counter all of that. All right, so I've applied for rental assistance. There's some more I gotta add as far as my job history. I ended up getting fired, terminated, or quitting from AMC basically because I just stopped going. I stopped going in there because them people were taking advantage of me. They were giving me 1 to 2 days out the week, and I can't keep working that because everything on my mind is like how I need money to pay my rent back, or just to even if I could just pay a full month's rent, I'm not making enough to do so. With Olive Garden and working at AMC, and both of these jobs are stressing me because they both want me there, and I'm over there trying to change schedules on both sides. Hey AMC, I work at Olive Garden now. Can you guys change this? They're doing all of that, and it's stressing me out. Like I'm taking a bus every day to get to work, to get to both jobs, even though they're not too far from each other. The point is like I'm working this job for 8 hours, then I got to work at this job for another 8 hours, then I got to get up the next day work this job for another. It's just it was destroying me because I couldn't maintain being on time every time. Like it was like when you're working at a restaurant, you can't close it out until the manager closes things out. If the manager, this is for my people who work at restaurants before, you know how this shit goes. And then if you're working at the movie theater, you got to stay there all day. And then after it's over, after all the movies are done, I was working as a greeter. You got to go clean up everything. So I feel like they were making me do so much stuff, and I just something. There's something wrong in that building, in the AMC building that I was working at. And basically, it ultimately led me to now. I just couldn't go in there no more. I did not want to step foot in that building at all anymore. Every time I stepped in there, it was either mental issues I had to deal with, emotional issues I was dealing with, my issues I was dealing with. It was just way too much for me to handle. So I was just like, you know what? I just need to find a better job, a job that pays. So my ex put me on to another job. Uh, I went through the training for it. Shout out to MV Transportation. I got the job, but they was treating me like crazy during training. They was treating me like I was gonna run. They was like I was gonna get them all killed, and it was like the training was terrible. There was a lot of issues with training, but my birthday ended up coming around at the same time, and I wanted the time off, so I asked my boss, "Hey, can I take my birthday off?" He's like, "All right, cool." Then he also made me get a drug test. I got a drug tested. After the drug test, I went home. because they didn't tell me if I should come back. I didn't know what I was supposed to do because I thought like the way it is, like you can't work unless you pass the drug test. So it was like I had already took a drug test, but then I had to take another one. So I was just like, all right, cool. So I was waiting for them to hit me back. They never hit me back. Weeks is going by. Now, mind you, in my space, in my world, I'm like, all right, well, shit, they ain't gonna hit me back. Cool. I can figure out how to do other shit. I can work on other things. I can figure out how I'm gonna get through this situation because I'm already highly stressed. Because I'm gonna tell you all the truth, the way things are looking, it looks like there's nothing I can do, and I'm gonna just have to move. And here's the thing with me moving, I got a lot of stuff in this crib, like a lot of stuff, and it's a lot of this stuff is like sentimental. Like I got safes. I bought so much stuff on this house on my own. Pots, pans, $200 microwaves, safes, like just all type of stuff in here that it's like I can't just, you know, let it go and just leave it. Like or just it's just I damn near feel like I gotta do like a whole yard sale type shit if I'm gonna get rid of all of this stuff. Um or post everything on Craigslist type shit. And hopefully it works out. But for the most part, it's just I don't really have family to go to. I can't live with my sister. My older sister lives all the way in Indiana. How am I gonna get out there? I mean, she could help me get out there, but it's like the inconvenience of me living out there, finding a job out there, setting down. Like, I just don't want to live with family, like, or it be a burden on other people. Like, I'm 33 years old. There's no reason I should be in this situation. Um, and as a man, I'm just taking personal responsibility to fix my situation. That's another reason it does affect my music too, because it's like, well, like I'm gonna get to the music in a second, but let me stay focused so you guys that are watching this can understand. Um, I filled out for rental assistance, and I had a job at the time that was paying me like almost 700, the MV transportation job. But because I took too long, I didn't call them, I didn't follow up and hit them up and say, "Hey, do you guys need help?" I was the girl, the trainer told me, "We'll call you when we need you." This is the first job I ever worked where I didn't have like a schedule. Like, when you work a job, you get the interview, you get approved, you got to fill out all the papers, drug tests, you got to do all this stuff, right? They give you a schedule. You coming in on this day. Nobody called me. Them people were already treating me like they wanted me to go anyway. I almost got fired twice. Because they were putting a lot of pressure on me to like stay woke, and I was staying up. I was doing everything I could, but it's like I'm getting on the bus and waking up at 4 o'clock every morning, making sure I got to get on the bus because if I don't get on this one bus, I'm gonna be late. So it's just like doing everything I can to make sure I was on time. And then when I finally get there, you're sitting in this class for like what I want to say 7 to 2:30. It's like, yeah, it's not saying I'm gonna fall asleep, but if I'm just sitting somewhere, you in a class, and then the teacher, the video, you gotta watch these video. And if you want to get on the bus, the first thing you gotta do is jump over there and make sure that the customer or the client is locked in with their wheelchair tight. It's like after a while you're gonna get sleepy. Like I'm just that person. Like I just can't sit somewhere. Like after a while I'm gonna get tired. I'm gonna doze off. It's just how my body works. But basically, they sent me home twice. Couldn't come back for 2 weeks each time. Um, Time is going by. I complied with everything, all the consequences of what I was doing. They even brought me into the office because I was falling asleep. Oh, well, you're gonna have to get fired, get your stuff, and go. Then the lady gave me a chance, so I came back. It was like so much stuff they put me through, and it was like instead of them just saying, "Hey, we don't want you here. We don't like you. We don't like how you're moving. We don't like that you're going to sleep. We don't want you here. We don't need you." It was just a waste of my time. So basically, I called him like 2 weeks later. I'm like, "Hey, when do I start?" It's been 2 weeks now, dude. When am I gonna be on schedule? And she told me, "We thought you didn't want to come in, so we departed. We departed from you. Um, we parted ways with you." And it's like, what kind of job does that? Like, why would you put me through? Like, y'all, I spent months out of my life getting up every single day to show up for training. I didn't have no car. All I had was the bus. I don't have a car right now. The car I had broke down on me, and I need to file a lawsuit against them because the guy sold me a car with odometer fraud. But my car just got impounded somewhere out in the suburbs because my car was parked somewhere where they just miraculously decided to place a bus stop right next to where my car was at. So they towed the car away for abandonment. At the time, I didn't have the money to get the car out the pound, and then a bunch of other stuff was going on, rolling loud. I had to go to Miami. I'm working at United Airlines or American Airlines. Just a lot of stuff was going on to the point where it's just like I don't have no car to get nowhere, and it's going to y'all know the investment that it takes to get a car. I Gators got $4,000 just to get this 2009 Ford Expedition that ended up breaking down on me within the first year, to the point where the brakes had went out on me, and it was just I think my car was sabotaged by the mechanic that I was living with at the time. Like this crazy stuff was going on, and fast forward to now. I ended up getting fired from MV Transportation, the bus job. So now I'm gonna just stop posting when I get a new job from now on. Like I don't even care if I'm there, if I've been there. I don't care if I'm going to orientation. I don't care if I've been working. From now on, I'm never posting when I'm working at a job ever again. I'ma just unless I'd have been there for like a year or so. That's the only time anybody who follows me on social media gonna know if I'm working a job or not. It's as if that is the case. Um, so here's another update. I got recently approved for unemployment, and I also got approved for I got well, y'all can know. I got a job at the post office. I just got offered a job from them. Right now, between today and tomorrow, or tonight and tomorrow, I have to fill out the rest of the references, emergency contacts. I got to send them all types of information tonight. I'll probably do it tonight, most likely, and just work my ass off. The references is the hard part because I got to really like pull from a lot of people and like make sure that the references match up. Um, it's so much stuff to my life right now, but like I said, if you made it this far, this is what's going on in my life at the moment. Um, I got a payment plan with ComEd, my light bill company. So now I don't have to pay that much every single month. I just got to put down payments until it's all paid off, like 30, 40 a month. It went from like I owe $400, almost $500. Now it's like you got to put a down payment. So my first unemployment check, I put it towards my light bill or for that payment plan because you have to put a down payment with that. So now I'm good as far as my light bill being behind, or I'll be able to pay that off eventually. And now I just gotta lock in with this post office job, but it's not gonna be one of them jobs I'm gonna get right away. They gotta go through the extensive background check, the full blown references, everything. But it is a good sign because if I get this job and everything works out well, post office pays well. It's a good paying job for me at least, so I can start taking care of these debts that I owe. So hopefully that goes well in court because the way it's looking like they not trying to hear nothing. This has been a 6 month. Let's see, November, December, January, February. Let's say October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. It's been a 8 month process. Then people, I know they tired of me. I know they probably looking at me like I'm squatting and shit, which technically I am squatting, technically. But that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm really not trying to do that shit. Like if I could figure out how I could sell 1,000 drugs, if I could sell drugs right now, bro, and make all that money back, I've been thinking of like the craziest stuff to do that I could pay this shit back. But at the same time, it's kind of like, nah, let me try to handle this as legally as possible, and let me try everything I can instead of just giving up because I know how bad it is to have an eviction on your record. Like I know it's really bad, but I truly, honestly believe I can get through this. I can figure this out. I've been praying on it. I've just been, keeping myself going, applying for jobs left and right. This unemployment should help me a little bit. It ain't gonna help a lot, but it's some money is better than no money at all. And now that I just got the offer from the post office, I'm gonna lock in with that. I need this job. This is it. This is it. This is like the only opportunity, the little glimmer of light I have left. So Uh, yeah, I owe like $5,000 plus. I'm good on bills. Only bills I have to pay is my light bill and my phone bill. My phone is off, but shout out to Text Now. I can still use that. Um, I pay 650 a month, 670 a month for rent, which ain't really shit. Which is another reason I'm mad at myself because like my rent ain't bad. Only difference is my location. I'm in the hood. I'm in the hood right now. So be it. I don't care how long as I can afford my rent. But the fact is, like, the fact that I'm behind, because 670 for rent, it's not bad for me at all, or I think anybody. And this is a really nice place for 670, bro. And but I do have a crazy roach infestation. Ever since I moved into this place, they didn't tell me it was a bunch of roaches in this bitch. Because when I first looked at this place, they showed me a video instead of like I didn't come here and actually come look. And at the time, I was living in a home that was about to get reconstructed and reworked on, and that's better than this. I got a toilet, I got a bathroom. My last place I lived in, I didn't have a toilet. I was shitting in a bucket, pissing outside. I was going to truck stops to take showers. I was going to college to take showers and shit. Um, Here I got everything I need. So it's like I'm mad at myself because this was like my chance to like really do better for myself and start building towards a better life. And I messed up a lot of opportunities. I messed up a lot of job employments. I met a lot of good networks I had. Um, I lost my girlfriend. I lost my ex. Um, I'm broke. I mean, I got a lot of stuff though. I can sell all this stuff. I can make some money back, but for the most part, I'm 33 years old and I'm not where I want to be in my life. I'm getting gray hairs. My heart is skipping. Like it's not skipping beats, but my heart be jumping. Like I be feeling like I'm gonna have a heart attack at any moment. Like that's how. And I'm overweight. I'm over about to be. I'm 296. I haven't been working out like I'm supposed to be. Um, and I'm just I'm killing my. I'm watching myself die type shit. So next is that's just my life update right now. Music update for anybody who's a fan of me and my music and what I've been doing. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I have not been doing music like that. Like now I have. Okay, let me. This actually more. It's a little bit more of an update. I have been working on my music. I do have a project that I've been constructing called Only One Man, and you know, it would be nice to get back into music, but it's like all the beats that I got for the album, I gotta pay for them. One of the beats costs $100, another one costs $30, another one costs 30, 25, another one costs 50. Um, and you add that up, it's about $300 right there just for the beats. Then I gotta go to the studio. The studio that I go to, they're gonna charge about 100 an hour. So in an hour, I can do probably two songs, two, three maybe. But mainly, I can do like two songs in an hour. So I already got like six songs set up. Two, do the math on that. It's $300 right there. That's about $900, or about $600. I done already said. Then I got to pay for the distribution. The distribution gonna cost me like maybe like 100, because if I want to put an album out and I want it to be out for like 2 years, you got to add that in there. Then you got to pay for the copyright, because the copyright of the song, somebody steals it. I'm coming out of pocket with a lot. That's why I'm not making no music or haven't written none, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm 33 years old. I'm in a one bedroom apartment. It's really a studio apartment, but it's like I ain't famous. Nobody knows me. I've been doing music for over almost 10 plus years. I haven't made it. I know my enemies are happy I haven't made it. I know people who are competing with me are happy I ain't made it. And it's hitting me, bro. You can see it. You can see it on my body. You can see my unsuccess all over me, bro. My body, my health, my emotions, my depression, my mental, all my homies, or not even my homies, not my homies for real, but like my artist friends, they're doing their thing. Every time I get on the internet, they doing shows, they doing their thing, bro. And I'm just still at the crib playing Call of Duty, trying to figure out how the fuck I'm gonna survive at this point in my life. And I don't know. I'm trying not to be on the streets and be homeless, but it's what it's looking like. But I'm doing everything in my power to not allow that to happen. I'm not giving up, even though my emotions make me want to give up. Because I didn't experience a whole lot of shit within the past year or so, a whole lot of shit, and I'm trying to hold it all together. and I feel like I'm by myself out here. Um, my family, they all have moved on from me. They don't. I'm like the weirdo. Like my family, this half of them think I'm weird. Um, half of them think I'm gay. Rest of them talk shit about me. The rest of them ignore me. They act like I don't even exist. They don't care about me no more. And I think because I wasn't chasing my purpose, or because I was making so many bad mistakes when I was 18, 19, 20 years old, when I should have made better decisions with school, my education, my life. I was dealing with so much hate and jealousy at my age, bro, from grown adults that I loved and people that I really respected. I've been attacked. I had sex with a transsexual, bro, which hurt my whole spirit, hurt me spiritually, because it's like I might have soul tied with a gay man. You know what I mean? I might go to hell for that. Like there's a lot of stuff going on with me deep internally that I'm suffering from emotionally. Like I need a therapist, because y'all ever before, I do that like every day. Like there's a lot of pain in my heart right now. And then I did have a therapist, but she don't like me, I guess because I'm broke. She says she can no longer work with me because I told her everything that's been going on with me, and I have a lot of dark shit, y'all. I made a lot of bad decisions in my life. I made a lot of bad decisions spiritually, emotionally, and mentally, and I think I'm suffering for everything bad decisions I made. Um, so this is like my podcast is like to it's still a podcast, but it's also a vlog, like a video vlog. I might die one day and leave this earth. I want to leave something behind that people can look at and be like, don't be like this guy. Don't do what he did. Don't make his mistakes, because you don't want to be that. And I got that a lot. Even when I was working at AMC, I remember this girl I was trying to talk to. Her coworker told her, "Don't talk to me because I'm 30 some years old working at AMC." It made me super self conscious because I realized, like, bro, yeah, I chose to work here because I love movies, but it's the truth. I'm 30 some years old. I ain't got no car. I ain't got no legacy. I ain't got no name for myself. Like, I'm doing everything I can to build a name for me. And then I had a gift. God gave me gifts with this music, and my music hasn't taken off. I'm still in Chicago, in the same city, around the same people. Not even around the same people no more. Even the same people ain't don't even want to be around me. So I've made a whole lot of mistakes, and I'm doing everything in my power to not give up on life and not give up on myself and not end up on the streets and homeless and destroy my whole existence on this earth. I feel like I was put on this earth for a reason, and I think I failed at a lot of things. And that's why I'm here right now, is telling y'all the update on me. It's only for the people who've gotten this far inside the podcast. So that's that. Uh, there's a lot of good shows out right now. Power. I haven't watched any of Power. I just haven't. I had the time, but I just be doing other shit outside of that. Um, that I got to sit there and watch these shows. So I think I'm so focused on trying to figure out how I'm gonna get this situation taken care of that it's hard for me to like focus on shit that I don't really have time for. Like if I sit there, I can watch all these shows and watch all these episodes, but bro, I owe this much money, bro. I got to figure out how I'm gonna take care of all of this. I got to figure out how I'm gonna maintain my emotional health in the process with no therapist. I blocked all my family, half of my family members. I don't talk to them because I feel like they just make me feel excluded. Like I don't like they treat me like something's wrong with me, and maybe it is, and maybe I don't bring enough value to any of them, and I understand that. Like I haven't been around these people. I act like a stranger. I don't reach out to them because I be so focused on my dreams. I'm like, man, I gotta make it in this world. I don't want to fail and fall and be a nobody. But at the same time, it's distancing me from everybody. So I be afraid to go around them, because when I do go around them, they treat me like something like I don't fit in. I don't feel like I fit in with my family at all. And I feel like I was lying too much as a kid, and a lot of people was vouching for me when I was younger, and I failed them. So they don't talk to me no more. And it's even worse. I have this gift with this music, and I fail with that. Like I have no purpose, or I have a purpose, but I'm not living my purpose. I'm 33 years old right now. I'm getting gray hair. So it's just looking all bad for me right now. And trying to maintain myself and keep going is extremely hard. I'm not looking for sympathy. I'm just speaking my truth, and I'm speaking it on my platform or where I can speak my truth. Um, let's see. I'm really a big fan of Power. I'm a big fan of Dave. I need to finish Bel Air. I haven't finished either of those seasons, and it's kind of bad because my past self, like I used to watch every show, every episode, but lately I just don't want to do the shit. Um, music update. Last but not least, I got an album. It's called Only One Man. Um, I want it to be a project that I can finally put a stamp on myself and in the world and make a name for myself. I cannot continue to rap and I haven't been successful because there's only so many songs you can pull when you're broke, or there's certain sometimes success can enhance your music because you can speak on those things. I can't really speak too much on my rap career because I haven't made it nowhere. Like I'm basically a nobody. I feel like nobody knows I exist, and I want to try one more time. I'm not trying to give up. I want to keep going. I want to change myself. I want to fix my health. I want to better my life. I want to clear all of my debts. I'm going to clear all my debts. I'm going to clear my whole life, and I'm gonna do whatever I was put on this earth to do. I'm gonna do it, and I don't know how or what's gonna come of it, but I pray I get it all done before I leave this earth. Um, I want to have kids and things. I'm 33, y'all. I ain't got no kids. I ain't got no wife. I ain't got nothing, y'all. And it's hurting me. It's destroying me. It sucks when your family, nobody calls me, and I don't call them because I used to call my family all the time. My foster parents would just ignore me. They treat me like I don't exist. They go on trips without me. Like, is something wrong with me, y'all? Because I feel like I'm just not good enough for nobody. I'm tired of being ignored. I'm tired of being treated like I don't exist. And I've just been working on a whole lot of things, and I'm gonna continue to work on it. And that is the ending of this podcast. I'm glad I was able to do this because I've been BSing on it for a while. I fell off with it, but I do want to keep it going every single Friday. If you guys can like, comment, subscribe. Um, I hope that wasn't too sad everything I said, but if it was, it's just my truth, bro. There's nothing I can do or say about it. Um, but live through it. And let's see, what am I missing? I'm a big fan of Angel Reese and LSU. Love that team right now. They actually got me wanting to pay attention to college basketball for women, and they could definitely get me into the focusing on the NBA, WNBA now too. Love you guys. Until next time, I got more stuff to. I'm gonna have plenty of stuff to talk about. Just gotta post it. Check out my reactions on my page. That's all I got to say. About to get back to my life, and it's the weekend, but I'm gonna try to get some sleep because I really need to work on my sleep schedule and try to fix this damn crib up. And that is it, y'all. I'm out. One love. Till next time.